Hey guys, Tara here. Welcome back to BeamNG.drive. On the road Atlanta circuit once again, and the car up front is the Supreme Pigeon. I doubt it's going to live up to its name. In second place we have the S88 as the second of the new cars, of course, because the Pigeon was a new car as well. In third we have the third of the new cars, the Bolide Note. In fourth we have the Barstow Apocalypse kind of version. And at the back we have the car that needs to win, the Burnside Limo. Comment down below which guy thinks going to take victory for this round. Honestly, I really hope the Pigeon wins, but I know it's not going to, so this is going to be my pick. The Bolide to win this round. Another thing I should mention about the Pigeon is it has good acceleration compared to the S88. That's why it started literally right behind it. I know there's been a bit of pushing and shoving going already. And talking of shoving, it's like the Bastard's going to get sent round, is it? Going to go for a slide, and it's going to get T-boned in the door by the limo. It's going to get deposited now into the wall. It makes contact just about, although that shouldn't really have done any notable damage to the car. But now then, actually, it's a bit of a wiggle from the S88. It could just be the Pigeon actually wiggling, and you can't really tell from this angle. Although it's not made contact. Now that one shove has shoved it wide, and this thing's top heavy. It's going to spin back in front, and it just misses. I would say disaster, but then it's going to go full speed now into the wall, and oh, that's crunched it. Remember this thing? It only has one wheel on the front to turn. I think it's just destroyed that. Now then, the Barstow's going the wrong way. Okay, I had a feeling this car would be going the wrong way because that's the AI. Just love to go the complete wrong way once they get span out. So this thing's now actually got to cover more ground now than when it started, because it's now actually gone further back here. It was about here where it actually started. So yeah, it's got to do 2 laps if it survives, and a bit as well. If you counted the time when it went backwards. Yeah, the Pigeon isn't having a fun time. Can you get yourself going though? Because of course if it still moves then I have to leave it alone. No, there could be change for the leader, which there is. The S88 gets sent round. It gets sent round in front of the limo. No, the limo just manages to sneak its way through. But now then, the S88 gets itself going again in the right direction. Yes, it does. So good recovery from the S88. So once the AI actually did the right thing, the competent thing as well, just to get itself back going again. So now, what can the my pick do? The Bolide, because it is pretty blocky as the actual car, because I think it's going to be some kind of like 80s sports supercar. And the Pigeon, it's back on the road, but I don't think it's going to go much further than that. And it's floundering about on the racing line as well, which could be very disastrous for whichever car comes around to it on the next lap. Because the limo now is getting out on the back of the Bolide. It's going to need to give it a good shove, because it's not going to break the Bolide, even though it is rear engine as well. Like I said, this thing is just a block, so it should survive because the radiator and everything, I think, would be in the front. That's how it works on some of the other Bolides. The Bolide, though, is getting a bit of a slide on, and now it's been sent round, and it's going to try and get for a takeout, but now the limo's already now into the lead. Okay. The Pigeon is still doing interesting things. By interesting, I mean not going in the correct direction at all, or making any progress whatsoever. The S88 is just in a world of its own. The Barstow should be catching up to it fairly quickly, since for what matters, it all still works. It's still got both the front lights that work. Also, this thing has no hood on the front of it, also there's going to be less car to take impact damage. The door on this side, I don't know why it just isn't there in the first place. So the side it got T-boned on, it's really minimal damage really that it took, considering because both cars are going fast, but the speed difference between them at the time would have been all too much. Now the limo isn't really pulling away, and it's not all that damaged, but now it's in the lead in a near enough condition to drive flat out for the things that actually matter on the car, like the wheels and all that. Are the brakes going to overheat? Because the Bolide is keeping right up with it. Of course, through the braking zones, I guess it can gain because it can actually brake when it wants to. And the Bolide, it could have won a round a few episodes ago, before it took the win last time out. But it didn't win the first round that it should have done because of brake failure. And if it doesn't win this round, then it's going to be out, because how the rules work, the car that wins the previous round needs to win in the next one to stay in. The Pigeon is definitely going to be out. Well, it needs to complete. If it doesn't get lapped, the rules are as well, then it can complete the 2 laps. But this thing, it's going to cause mayhem, and it's also going to get lapped. Now then, a bit of a slide there from the limo running out wide, so the brakes already starting to cut, because this thing, it's a drag car. It's meant to have a parachute to stop it to start with at the end of the drag strip. So this thing is just so heavy as well, 'cause it's a limo with a drag engine. This thing's brakes, look at these tiny front wheels. They're not going to have massive brakes, so this thing is going to have an almighty collision with the Pigeon, I suspect. And I don't think it might not actually stop once it gets down to turn 1 either. As the Pigeon, it's going to be the deciding factor now for where actually the Pigeon just ends up being at the time, because it's being very not supreme. Now then, let's go on board here with the Pigeon. It's currently not on the racing line, so the limo, it gets a lucky escape there. But the Bowlight's going to be the next car to come through. Now then, is that going to get away with it as well? I don't think it is. Oh, I think it clipped it. I think it clipped the Bowlight. But I can't see any damage. I can't see anything. So I think this has got the Bowlight just got the luckiest escape of its life. Well then, the S88 is going to be the next car to catch up to it. Has the limo stopped for the corner? It hasn't got there yet. Now then, heavy under braking. That's going straight on. It's going straight on. He hasn't made the corner. It's into the gravel trap now. Just floor it and you'll be out the other side. It'll be a cheeky corner cut, but it'll work. No, the AI's got confused. Now the lead of the race, is it going to now change hands once again to the Bowlight? It looks like it, because the limo is doing interesting things. Just going to reverse back out now onto the track, trying to be a roadblock, is it? No. It lost control on the grass. Now the Bowlight retakes the lead of the race. I'm going to put this thing back around the right direction. I want to see a fight for the win between these two. And now, the limo could use the Bowlight as a brake, honestly, and just push it out of the way in the final corner. That is really something it could do if it wanted to. And then let's get it back going again now in the right direction. So let's get on board with the S88, which now has the bastard right behind us. They both got past the Pigeon, seemingly perfectly fine. Now is this thing going to get sent round now at turn 1 once again? The rear bumper is taking quite the beating. Honestly, the car's besides that, it's in perfect condition because it's not really had any contact besides that little bit on the back. Now the Barstow's looking away on the inside. Of course, the Barstow, these two cars don't need to win. I don't think they're going to either, because the Bowlight is quite some way up the road and has got quite the gap now to the limo. The limo's easily got the power. This thing does about 300 miles an hour. So yeah, it's got the speed to catch up, but has it got the brakes? Has it got any brakes left? Because they're steaming away. Now then, can the S88 hold on to a third place as well? There's an interesting dent there on the side of it. Something sticking out the side there. I don't really think that's going to matter. So the same on the other side as well. So I don't know if that's just a design in the car. I highly doubt it. It seems a bit random, but to be on both sides, it may well be just part of the crumple structure or something. But also, they got a little bit of a wiggle on there, of course, being a muscle car with a high-powered muscle car as well, with a turbocharged inline-6 engine in this thing. It's going to be fairly wiggly. But now then, coming up to the S section now, this actually might favour the S88 because it hasn't got as much power to put down, and it's slower speed as well, so it should be able to hold on. Whether from the pushing, should be able to hold on quite a bit better. The limo though is catching back up now then to the Bowlight through the S section. Now these about near the end of the S section, I think. Yeah, they've only got a little bit more to go. And now then the limo is now right onto the back now. The Bowlight gives it a one shove, it knocks out the light, and out the Bowlight it gives it a nudge, but is that enough to send around the Bowlight, send around the limo? The limo is so heavy that one little bit of contact there easily just wasn't enough. Now then, can the Bowlight get itself going again in the right direction? It's doing a nice J-turn. So yeah, but it's going to back itself though into the wall. Just stops just before. And there could be though change to third place. The S88 is actually a pretty small car from the looks of it there. But now then, is being able to hold off the Barso, which is all that matters. Well, matters for these two cars. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter because they both survived and they're both through. Now it pulls away a little bit. The Barso gets a little bit of a wiggle on it, puts the power down once again, has another nudge on the back of the S88. And now then the limo, it's only got one more corner to go around. If it's got enough brakes, then it's going to take another win. But it actually needs to get around this corner first. And oh, that's really fast. That's really fast. It's not going to make it. It's gone off the road once again. And then it's not going to stop now. It's going to go straight into the tyre wall as well. And that's going to crumple the front of it. But that crumpled it though under the wheel. Okay, yeah, that wheel's not even moving. Can you get yourself back out onto the road? Yes, it can. Well then, can you get yourself going again in the correct direction? That is the next question. Before anything else comes around. No, that's the wrong way. And the Bowlight is coming. The Bowlight here could yet take the win. Then I need to get this thing turned around still. And the bowline though, it could take it. I can't turn this thing, it's got one wheel turning. Now the bowline takes the lead. I need to get this thing going before we get up to the racing line. Where's these two? Okay, they're not going to catch yet. But it is going to be the bowline that takes the victory after getting it again for the second time now. Let's put that now on stopping. Get on board now then with the limo, which it had a good go. It just left it to the brakes were just cooked though for the final corner. Honestly though, because I gave it the chance to try and retake the lead in the first place, so it's kind of just really that the bowline takes the win. No, the boss has got up to second. Let's get the limo going again. Now then, this thing may well just plough into the back of the bowline, if he has enough control, that is, anyway. Let's put it, though, onto random so it can actually cross the line first. Now it's going to cross the line at 56 mile an hour there. Let's put that on stopping, and it should be the Barstow behind should be finishing pretty soon now as well. Yeah, it's right here at the line, so that thing finishes as well. So this thing, they're through to the next round to put that also on stopping, but the one we need to want to get on board with now is the limo. That's just going to take itself straight out into the wall and have even more contact there on that side of the car. Now what about the Barstow? Is that going to have contact with anything? No, but it's got to go for the lead. And now then, is this thing smoking as well? Actually, yeah, a little bit. So the brakes were, I don't think we're far off done on this thing either. And it's going to be the S88 which comes around now in 4th place. He gets through into the next round, so you've got 3 cars which are through into the next round. And this also shows the fastest and the slowest cars that are out, and now it gets over the line at 46 mile an hour, so only a little bit slower than what the limo was doing. And actually, 3 flames are at the exhaust as well, so at least this car can do something. So now then, the car we need to look out for next time now is the bowline. Remember to leave a like. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, there will be links down below in the description. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.